Ma'am, you told that we are going to have our Viva exams, so you will.
For that, I was thinking, I think you'll be free from your practice tests by 23rd or 24th, something of that sort, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And after that, I'm anticipating that there are chances that your winter break will start around, I don't know what date. I was thinking since either the week after the practice tests or maybe the first few days of January, we could just have slots for ourselves. In one class, maybe I talk to 5 7 people, and we have a mock. That is what I could come up, which is after the practice tests. Do you have
So,
any suggestions? Yeah,
so you will write in advance in the group now,
I will, Shashank. I will inform
because I will
everything.
not be attending all the classes after the practice
I will.
exam.
I will. I just need some inputs from you people because I don't know your side of the story. I don't know what is going on your mind or how would you want things to go about. So if you have any suggestions for me, I'm all ears. Can I take it after the practice exam?
Yes, ma'am. In January, it's fine. In the starting of January, as you said.
What is the final date for your practice exams ending?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Shivam.
Ma'am, I say that we conduct this individually and voluntarily. Like, I don't think everybody will be interested in a mock Viva. So, whosoever is interested, they can communicate with you and set a time with, a time which is convenient to you also and that person also. And we can maybe skip the classes or do something else in the classes.
Okay. That also
Ma'am,
sounds fine. Hanji.
21st December is the last date for commerce exam.
21st December.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did I see 23rd or 4th in the date sheet somewhere?
For commerce, it is 24th, 21st, and for the rest, psychologically, it's 23rd. And then we have 10th class exam, that artificial intelligence, home science, that will
All
end on
right.
20.
All right. All right. Fine. There's also this one more thing that the school is planning. So I'll have to keep that also in mind. Fine. I'll keep this on voluntary basis only. I will not, Shivam, I'll accept that. I will not run after people who are not interested in getting in touch with me. So maybe I'll create a Google form accordingly and then I'll proceed. Fine. This is nice. All right. For now, I'll share my screen. There are some questions that I came across with. I thought I could discuss those. All right. I think there are about 9 to 10 questions. These are from BOP and foreign exchange. Anyone who feels comfortable answering the first question, please share your response. Balance of trade is given to us.
Ma'am,
Well,
14,000 crores rupees.
all right.
Ma'am?
Anji.
No, I was just saying that am I audible or
Ma'am,
not?
4,000 rupees, crore rupees.
Ma'am,
Now,
4,000.
if you see that goes as Shivam, do you want to change your answer?
Just a second, ma'am. I'll read the question again.
The question talks about a deficit of balance of payment, so that goes as minus 5,000,
Okay, minus 5,000. Yeah, ma'am. Got it.
and your value of
Okay.
import goes as 9,000. So if I'm looking at value of, sorry, is my screen still visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right, so if I look at the value of export goes as 4,000. X minus 9,000 करोगे आप taking 9,000 to other side, X comes out to be 4,000. Question 2.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I ask one thing?
Please do.
I was ill when you were doing this chapter, so I didn't attend the class, but I will do this chapter. So it's not, it's useless for me staying here because I don't know anything. So can I leave?
I don't mind.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, I'll delete questions simultaneously. Question 2. Others also, if anyone wants to leave, I will not force anyone to stay. Not my style, really. Question 2. Anyone who wants to attempt.
Ma'am, it will be recorded on the credit side.
On which account? Credit side is fine.
Ma'am, capital account maybe.
Goes on the capital account. I need someone other than Raghav to tell me why on the capital account and why on the credit side. Naman, why capital account? Gurmeher, why current side? Anyone else maybe who could add to this then? Why capital account and why current side?
Ma'am, as it is a borrowing, it will increase the liability.
Taken.
So on the in the capital account and on the credit side because there is inflow of money.
Thank you. Any inflow recorded on credit side, any outflow recorded on the debit side. All right. Explain what is the impact of this borrowing on foreign exchange rate. Someone to intuitively think if we borrow money and there's a lot of foreign exchange coming in, हमारा exchange rate बढ़ेगा या कम होएगा? Ideally, this is not really a part of our syllabus. For now, I'll delete this. There's this portion of determination of foreign exchange rate which is deleted for you people. This one I'm deleting. All right. Next question. State true or false. If there's a trade balance, sorry, if trade balance shows deficit, BOP also shows deficit. Trade balance क्या होता है? Trade balance is
Ma'am, net
Difference
exports.
between export and import
of
of commodity.
when we talk about balance of trade or trade balance, we are simply looking at visible items. Thank you, Bhavika. So this is export of goods minus imports of goods. Fine. If trade balance is a deficit, matlab imports are greater than exports. BOP also shows a deficit. Is the statement true or false? And I would need a reason for this.
Ma'am, it may or may not be showing deficit because ma'am, BOP includes ma'am the thing invisible assets as well. Any services we render to outsiders and like ma'am, that could change BOP.
थैंक यू. कोई कंपल्शन नहीं है that if I have a trade balance का deficit, so BOP will also be in deficit. So this goes as false then. Ideally, the statement is claiming that if there's a trade balance का deficit, then BOP will also show a deficit. Not always necessary. और trade balance का इतना impact नहीं है क्योंकि BOP has other components also, like Raghav stated. You can talk about invisible goods, you can talk about income from abroad. We are looking at investments and other aspects as well. So this one goes as false. Anyone who wants me to elaborate on this, or can I move further? Okay, I'll move further. Fine, the next question. You have column 1 and column 2 paired accordingly. There's one incorrect pair here in the first table. Please identify the incorrect pair.
Ma'am, B part.
It will just let me go back to the source. I think I've copied the question incorrectly.
Yes, ma'am. I think it should be match the statement.
Yeah, or something of that sort. I don't think this is the question. You don't have to pick the incorrect pair. I'll have to come back on this one. Putting this on hold for now. Sorry. Come to question 4. I'm so sorry. Do we have an answer for this one? The fourth question that reads, finding the correct pair.
Ma'am, C part maybe.
Is that correct, Raghav?
Yes, ma'am, that's I feel the only correct one.
Do we agree with him? Anyone who disagrees? Alright, the C part is the only part that is correct. All others are incorrect. I would also want to take out time and correct the others. Let's start with C. Remittances to relatives staying abroad. Remittances to relatives मतलब हम पैसा भेज रहे हैं. अगर हम पैसा भेज रहे हैं, then as a country, there's outflow of foreign exchange, so goes on the debit side. That is mentioned of the current account. Current account में अगर आपको याद हो हम transfer receipts भी लिखते हैं. Transfer income या transfer payments if we are making any. So this goes on the current account, the only one that matches appropriately. Now let's correct the others. Looking at the first one, export of software to France. It says debit side of current account. What is wrong here? Is the debit side part incorrect or the current account part incorrect, or are both incorrect? अगर हम export करते हैं पैसा फॉरेन एक्सचेंज आता है या जाता है?
Ma'am, inflow.
There's inflow happening. Inflow of foreign exchange is recorded on which side?
Credit.
Others, can we agree with this? Inflow of foreign exchange goes on the credit side. Your column says debit side. Incorrect हो गया ये. Another thing, is it on the current account only or shall we look at the capital account? Current account has export and import of goods, export and import of services. It has income from and to the rest of the world, and it has transfer receipts and or payments. Export of software will be a part of invisible item. आप service render कर रहे हो, IT service render कर रहे हो. So stays in current account. However, the debit side wala part is incorrect. Now someone to volunteer. Import of machinery from China. Capital account of balance of payment. Why is this incorrect?
Ma'am, it's import of a good, so ma'am, it should be on current account.
Thank you. If I have a business of my own and I have bought a machine from China that is treated as a good when you're looking from a country's perspective. So it should not be on the capital account, it should go to the current account. Third part we've agreed is correct. Lastly, investment by Apple in India. Someone other than Raghav this time. Tanya, do we have an answer for this? इसको कैसे ठीक करेंगे statement को? Investment by Apple, it says current account and credit side. दोनों में से क्या गलत है? If not Tanya, then maybe someone else, but not Raghav. Khushi, do we have an answer? How can we correct this one?
Ma'am, it would be in the capital side of the capital account because investments change the capital structure.
All right, Khushi, it stays on the credit side क्योंकि आपका inflow of foreign exchange हो रहा है. Investments by Apple would mean foreign exchange is coming in our country. So the credit side part remains correct. However, investments are recorded on the capital side. So we edit the account, sorry, on the capital account. We edit the account, the side is correct here. So I'm deleting this. Question 5. Take a moment and we answer this question. Do we have an answer for this one yet?
I think the correct option would be A.
Anyone who has any other alternative? Ananya also says A. Others, I'll need your response as well. Even if it is A for you, please send in A. If there's something other than A, please send that in as well. Okay, Shivam. Fine. Loans from IMF goes to the capital account, goes as a borrowing. Borrowings are recorded on the capital account. Export of machinery treated as a good goes on the current account. Gifts and donations, unilateral transfers, and accommodating items of BOP are meant to maintain your BOP balance or identity, how the question says. All other options are incorrect. So I'm removing this as well. Next question. This one looks the same. We've done this question.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the same one. I'm deleting. Next. Bhavika, do we have a reason? Thank you. Autonomous transactions can happen in both the accounts, capital and current. Just to give you a reminder, autonomous transactions are those transactions that are taken place with the motive of a profit. So exporting something to other countries is also happening because I want to earn profit. Or even if I'm importing something, that is also a calculated decision driven through profit. So current account may be hoti hain autonomous transactions and not just capital account. If I edit this statement and I say that accommodating transactions take place in capital account only, then will that be true or false?
Then that will be true.
Are we sure, Shivam?
Yes,
Others, do we agree? If I say accommodating transactions take place in capital account only, is that true? Silence is not an answer. Either true is an answer or false is an answer. Anyone who disagrees with Bhavika and Shivam? Anyone who thinks it is false? Accommodating can happen in current account. Alright, if I edit it to accommodating transactions can take place in capital account only, that statement goes as true. Accommodating transactions cannot happen in current account. Current account में सिर्फ profit generating वाली रखते हैं. Accommodating is something that balances the BOP, not happening in current account. Next question. So will we defend the statement or will we refute the statement following the terminology of the question?
ma'am, we'll defend the state.
We defend the statement. What reason are we citing? I hope we know कि true false में या refute and defend में we always are giving a reason. I would need one reason. I think Charvi mentioned the reason when she spoke for another question. Leads to change in asset. Thank you, Bhavika. So if you're looking at foreign investments coming in, the asset component of the country changes. Fine. Deleting this one as well now. Last question for the day.
Ma'am, capital account and credit side.
Do we agree? Anyone who disagrees? Since it's a loan, goes on the capital account. Since there's inflow happening, goes on the credit side. People, for such questions, you'll be asked, whenever you're answering such questions, please keep your reasons ready as well. Why am I picking capital account? Why am I picking credit side? All right, I'll stop sharing this. I just had these questions for the day. For now, I'm posting your attendance question. Please go and mark your attendance. We meet tomorrow. I'll come up with some other set of questions. Do you have a preference for a unit, or can I pick a unit at random by myself? Any preference, people?
Ma'am, employment.
Okay, Indian Eco you'd want then.
Okay.
I'll keep employment and I'll mix it with some other lessons also. Fine. For now, that is it. Please go and mark your attendance. Have a nice day.
Sure, ma'am. Good day.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Charvi.
Ma'am, you asked me to. Said that the content is less. So, can you tell me what is missing? If I can add anything.
Charvi, I do not think I gave you a list of things you can add, right?